Oh yeah, I like it like that.
All right. Hey, Alexandra.
Hi, Kim. I'm thrilled to talk about this wedding that I shot this summer at a venue that you said you'd never been to before, and I'd never been to before, which is shocking, was shocking like when I arrived because it's so beautiful. It was founded by four friends, and one of them was a photographer. So, or
Ah,
is a photographer. So it was so obvious
yeah.
being there.
We're to position everything according to the nice light, I assume.
Exactly. Yes. And I'd never been to this venue before. And so I didn't know much about it going in. And as I was leaving, I asked to speak to the owner to say, thank you. Wow, I've had such a nice time here today.
Mhm.
This was amazing. It's so incredibly beautiful here. And he said, well, one of us is a photographer. And I said, I see that.
Yeah.
So just wait.
Yeah. And it's not often that things are designed or talked about really from a photographer's point of view, which is exactly why we're doing this show.
Oh
So
my
this
gosh.
is really interesting. This is a first really that I've ever heard of a venue designed by a photographer. So let's go.
But they do even more than that, Kim. They are also experienced in food service. And so this is a new barn and a new buildings, new facilities. Like they designed it from top to bottom for weddings specifically, although they do other types of parties as well. So unlike the amazing rustic barns that we really enjoy shooting, this one has a modern kitchen and air conditioning and was designed top to bottom with parties in mind instead of housing animals and grains.
But it looks rustic. It looks rustic from what I can see.
They designed it perfectly so it has that barn feel
Mhm.
with the luxuries of modern amenities.
So that's beautiful what I'm looking at right now. I can tell the light in that barn is gorgeous. And let it grow. Oh, so people took these trees home to
Yes, those
plant?
were one of the favors that they had for their
Oh, that's a
guests.
great idea.
I love it.
I love
I
that
love it.
idea.
And so, yeah, this is during the girls getting ready time. Those wildflowers that would have been a wilted mess in a barn that doesn't have the luxury of modern amenities like air conditioning, they're there for me to capture.
I love this. You're crazy good at taking macro photos.
I love this lens. It's so much fun. And I appreciate your compliment that you think I'm good at it.
It's not like doing a portrait.
It is not.
It's takes some practice.
It certainly does. It's a very technical part of the day where you have to have the right lens. Okay. Another thing is you absolutely want to ask your couples to have those rings cleaned professionally
Ah, good point.
before you begin. And
Because with our macro lenses, you can see every single speck of dirt in your ring.
every single one, every single one. And I don't always notice it as I'm shooting.
No, I
It's
don't either.
oftentimes it's not until I am editing that
All
I see
right.
that.
What did you put this in a window?
I think it's just, as we said, this barn lights in Acton, Maine, designed by a photographer, and it had just beautiful light pouring in the windows during the time of day that we'll be shooting girls getting ready time. And so this was just on a table in that beautiful light.
Who did the hair and makeup for this particular wedding?
I was surprised when I walked in that it's this man here who's doing the hair and makeup. This is Tyler Sinclair. I haven't had a chance to work with him before, but he was fun and he made them look great.
Uh,
This is the light I was telling you about. This is the girls getting ready area.
mhm.
The sheer curtain makes the window instantly more beautiful, and the light. There's just nothing like it.
I love the photo of her back right there. I love that. I love how you have the lace in focus. I love how you have a really shallow depth of field here. Looks like it's like a 1.4.
It's got to be my 85-1.4.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what I was shooting with.
I love that image. I'm a sucker for, way over to the left, that flower. I'm a sucker for a shallow depth of field. I love that that one flower is in focus and everything else drops off. Love that.
And look at this bokeh that just happened in the background.
The light, yeah.
And that's all thanks to the light.
Now, are you shooting, do you shoot your details with the 85 or the 70 to 200? Or your 24 to 70? Sometimes you can get good bokeh the closer you are in.
I was going back and forth here between the girls getting ready and the details. So I'm pretty sure this was with my 85-1.4.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And is this getting ready area built right into the barn? Is it a separate?
No, it's a separate building.
Mm-hmm.
It's a separate building.
Nice.
But it's Kim, you're gonna love this part. It's right next door. It's a few steps away.
Nice.
Yes, you don't have to march all over.
The reason why we're saying that is just because some of these resorts, we, honest to God, and I have a Fitbit, we walk 5 miles. At
It
least.
seems like so much more than that, Kim.
Probably more than that. Just everything's so spread out, and it's really, I mean, we're both in really good shape, but it's a little bit hard with all your gear, and then you're wasting so much time walking. What are we
It's such a time suck. It's such a time suck. And you know, that's a really interesting point, Kim, that harkens back to all of the wedding professionals really only considering what's happening with their couples from their own perspective. And I feel certain that all of the big hotels and resorts have heard that the couple is concerned about not seeing each other and that they want to make sure they don't accidentally see me in my dress. And so I suspect that's why they I would say almost always, 99% of the time, have the grooms on a different floor altogether and on the opposite side of the building.
Lexi, you know what I just thought of? Why don't we just become wedding planners too?
Why don't we just build this barn?
You and I would be the most amazing wedding.
Can you imagine? I know. After I read the this barn story, I was like, oh.
I love this image because this is a genuine laugh. And is that, I don't know if that's his best man to the left, but they're genuinely happy. And you and I don't like staged photos. You kind of have to shoot safe sometimes, but I just love the organic feel of this image. They're gonna
Thank you. Yeah, I usually start them off posing and then help them to loosen up and try to get these shots. I really like that no one's looking at the camera. So they seem so connected to one another as opposed to considering me. It makes it feel like I'm not there. Oh, this was cute.
The dad.
This was genuine. So
oh my God, I love it.
This man was wonderful. He is her dad, you know, and but the moments were really precious.
Yeah, and first looks with dads are becoming more and more popular. They didn't used to do those years ago, but that needs to be put into the timeline as well.
And that's something I've actually started doing, and that's why we have these images. I have started or in my conversations with couples, I ask them, is this something that you would like to do? Because I don't want to presume. I don't know who's going to be there and how
I wouldn't have done it with my dad.
I would not have done it with my dad. I would not have asked for this shot, but I bet I might have wanted someone else to come in and see me for the first time before my wedding. That wouldn't be my husband. I think it's really a great moment. It's super special.
Ah,
He was such a ham.
oh my
I've seen
God.
lots of people do that, and I laugh genuinely every time. It's so cute.
What do you mean? What did he do?
She is pinning his boutonniere on him, and he is pretending he's exaggerating and saying that she stabbed him.
Oh, that makes a
He
really
was
funny
such a
shot.
ham.
I love this shot 1,000,000%. I definitely would have I would have cropped out his thumb at the bottom. Don't have his, because I find that pretty.
It's very noticeable. It's very strange. Oh my
It's
God,
distracting.
Kim. No, oh my God. Are you gonna edit this part out? Oh my God, can we keep this? This is, oh no, we can't ever show her. We can't. You can't say that. Oh my God.
We don't need to show her. It's fine. It's just a technical thing, which is. But you see.
Well, I'm gonna have to go back in, you're right, and just go into Lightroom and edit this, crop it in a little bit, and resend.
It almost takes another set of eyes sometimes. So
Company. I just thought that arbor was really pretty. Oftentimes I don't like arbors. I find them to be really distracting, and oftentimes I don't like them. I wouldn't like this one if it didn't have that beautiful floral arrangement almost completely covering the whole thing.
oh, you don't like arbors, plain arbors, just the wooden part of it?
No, almost never.
No, that's really pretty. So who did those flowers?
It was Colleen Rainey at Diadem Flower Company. Yeah, she did a beautiful job on the bouquets and certainly the arbor. Diadem Flower Company is a specialty flower company in Springvale, Maine.
Springvale. I don't even know where that is.
I don't think I've ever been to Springvale, but they must have a beautiful farm there to grow all these pretty flowers.
And who's that officiant there?
The officiant was Matt Blazer, who I don't think I've ever worked with before, but he was terrific.
Oh, good.
So getting them in good light on the recessional was easier than it was having them come in. So I was prepared for that in this space. Watching them walk in, I knew that they'd be lit from the sort of the side back for the recessional. So I made sure to really focus in on that and capture that, since the processional was pretty tough. And I don't mind when
I don't care.
that's what I like. I think that's really fun. I wouldn't tell their wedding party not to look at me during the recessional. It's so cute, right? This is one of the two walkways that go deep into the woods for this whole ceremony site that I was telling you is so beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. Nice.
For all of these shots. The beautiful woodsy background that they wanted and is the reason they got this venue.
I love this. I wish she wasn't looking at the camera, but you know what? It's still good.
Right. They do. They get obsessed.
So she should be looking maybe at her left shoulder, a little bit towards him. But you can move her head up, down, left, right, down. Look here, look there, look here, look at his cheek, look at his shoulder, look at your bouquet. Try different things, and you kind of never know what's going to work until you're editing. I love the light. I love everything about this shot. I really do. But if I'm going to pick it apart, I'm going to say I don't want her to be looking at the camera.
I completely agree with you.
So it's kind
it was genuine. These two were so into each other, and it did go by in a flash, and I think they really enjoyed it. So
yeah, it's kind of a fine line. Love the light.
I got a flower shot.
Yep, but I feel like,
tell me,
she's pointing it down
I know, I see that. Mhm.
Very forced. And it's too close to her body.
Yes,
She could have done the same shot with the flowers out. Her body would have been so out of focus that it wouldn't have mattered as much.
right. But she's got it looks like the stem of the bouquet is right next to her. And if she just brought her arms out more,
And flip the bouquet up.
definitely. Even if she'd only done that part.
I do love that barn.
It's
That's their
so good.
their introduction. Nice.
Yes, the way Barn Lights had it, that's just a really clean walkway.
Which is not always the case.
Often.
Ooh, look at the cake.
Look at the cake.
That's a nice image of that cake. The dahlias. The dahlias.
Flowers make everything better. And that's a cool cake stand.
Sure is.
It's different. It's pretty. They had a really lovely dessert table. That's right. Yes, the cake was really just for them. Look how small it is. They're so cute. The cake was really, it was just for them. And then cannolis are his favorite dessert by Mike's Pastry, home of the cannoli.
Mhm.
And the cake designer was by Popovers on the Square out of New Hampshire.
Oh,
I
wow.
think it's in
So they're so
Epping now.
close to New Hampshire that they can do that, yeah.
Very close
This
to
is
New
just
Hampshire.
a reminder to everyone, photographers, when you are shooting the cake cutting, make sure you're at least f4. Because if you're in 2.8 or anything below, the cake is not going to be in focus,
Yeah.
especially the closer you get to the couple.
Yeah, I was regretting that with this shot. And from back here, it looks fine, but
Mhm.
I couldn't agree with you more. I really wish I had done that.
and
It looks
that is a
wonderful.
small-
This must be the 85, 1.4 for the cake. So that
Beautiful.
looks fantastic. But once the couple's in there cutting the cake, gotta remember F4.
Yeah, you're focused on them and that thing's going to be out of focus. And how long have I been doing this and I still make that mistake? Oh my God, I got to tell you. On Sunday, I used my new 14 to 24 2.8
Oh, and
for dancing. Ah,
I've been wanting one forever. I gotta just break down and get it. We have to talk about cameras, and I have to do something about my cameras. Am I gonna get new ones? What am I doing?
it's quite a learning curve to go to mirrorless, but they are, I like them better. I never
you
thought I
have
could
two
like
now?
anything better than my D4s. We both shoot Nikon, by the way. I know you Canon people aren't, or your Fuji people or Sony people don't like that. But I love the glass. Well, Lexi, thank you for showing me that. I really want to go check out that venue.
Yes, definitely. Great to see you as always, Kim. Thanks a lot.
Like it like that.